Bob Friedman, Bob Riddle, administrators, faculty, parents, guests, class of 2013, thank you. Recently, my mom read a few pages to me from one of Stephen Covey's books, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Yes, my mom still reads to me on occasion. The topic of these pages was about the major transitions in life, from the state of dependence to independence to the ideal state of interdependence. As a graduating high school student, I agreed with my mom that Covey's book could have some relevance to my life now, so I let her read on. We were right. Not only did these few pages have relevance to my life, but when I look back at my experience at Crossroads and my time here with my fellow classmates, parents, and teachers, I cannot help but reminisce about these exact transitions. Holding tightly to our parents' hands, it's our first September at Crossroads, sorry. Holding tightly to our parents' hands, we bravely march into class for the first time. Passing pagers smile for the first time. We meet our first teacher. Could have been Ronnie, Scott, Janet, or Jay. We attend Friday gathering and sing a song with Joni. Have you ever been down the water spout to the very bottom of the water system? Later, we get to play on this field during lunch or PE. This was a time of dependence, where we needed someone else for our own survival. We were young and not completely ready to handle some of the realities of the world, at least not yet. Then we have a moving up ceremony. We get a cell phone. We play basketball with our friends on the 21st Street court at any given opportunity, often showing up to our options or core classes drenched in sweat. We finally get to buy our own lunch as we meet the infamous truck. All of a sudden, we are much more independent than before as we stake our claim to a picnic table on the upper school side of the campus. We start scheduling our own meetings with Mitch to discuss classes and grades. We drive ourselves to 4th and Georgina for cross-country practices with David Olds. Classes become harder as the honors options are introduced, yet we are much more ready to handle them. And finally, we start thinking about Coachella. In fact, we probably do go to Coachella. This is the state of our lives where we transition to independence. It's fun, we assume invincibility, and it feels pretty good. Here we are today, graduation day, where we can reflect on our seamless transition from the state of independence to interdependence, and the reason why Crossroads offers one of the greatest educations. Over the years, we have changed from being self-reliant and individually driven with an I, to being collaboratively and mutually driven with a we. As Covey puts it, quote, we can do it, we can cooperate, we can combine our talents and abilities and create something greater together, end quote. AKA being pixelated according to the yearbook. Ultimately, the Crossroads community has been a perfect manifestation of an interdependent world. In a typical Crossroads learning environment, voicing our opinions and working together are keys to the learning experience. From Socratic seminars in Todd's 7th grade core to graded discussions in Stephanie's 10th grade World Civ, it was mandatory to share our thoughts. But by the time we were upperclassmen, Crossroads had given us the foundation of how to actively engage with one another in class, that it became a natural part of being a Crossroads student. We are the standard bearers who can reason soundly and question thoughtfully, but the Crossroads education certainly does not stop there. Don't hate me, but the first theater production I saw was this year, Sunday in the Park with George. I know, but I suddenly saw my classmates differently. I saw their passions weaving together to create an intricate play, a passion that all Crossroads students have towards their arts, clubs, music, and any sports. And speaking of sports, Friday, January 11th, 2013, the Crossroads Extravaganza. I remember being on the soccer field right here, trying to focus on my game, but being riveted by the live projection of the girls' basketball nail-biter on that wall over there. And of course, the giant cutouts of athletes' faces dispersed throughout the crowd. Who can forget that? The air was electric, the passion was at a boiling point as parents, athletes, coaches, teachers, alums, and students all unified and collaboratively exhaled as the victories added up. We brought back home the Extravaganza Cup. That day mirrors Crossroads' value of interdependence so perfectly. I'll miss it a lot. And finally, Ojai, where all the seniors spent several hours inside a blistering sweat lodge, a place where we seriously needed our brothers and sisters to get through it. The sweat lodge was the final test to see if what Crossroads had taught us over the years actually could be accessed in the heat of a situation, literally. So well prepared and mentally equipped, we provided each other with the motivation and support to handle it well. Again, truly interdependence at its finest, or I should say sweaty interdependence at its finest. Now we move on to the next phase of our lives, having had this special Crossroads education that will not only make us better as college students, but better human beings. So, class of 2013, to quote the incomparable Dr. Seuss, "Kids, you'll move mountains. You're off to great places. Today is your day, so let's get on our way." Thank you, Crossroads. Thank you, Mom and Ramzo, for choosing Crossroads.